Hello, hello, and happy Friday. It is yucky outside. But I'm here. You guys, your mics are on. You can say hi.
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
Hi. So I'm here at this Mo Superfun, or actually it's not Mo anymore. It's just a Superfun local show broadcasting live from Millennium Student Center at UMSL. I am Erin, and today I have Alex and Tim from Isabella.
I'm sorry we're not the better two looking ones.
I don't know that that's true.
The best part is they can't see us on the radio, though, Alex.
That we do have the video.
Oh, man.
So
Dang it.
it's not the video is not streaming live, but I always post them, or Pat always gets them up and posts them within a week. But yeah, I mean, I can't say that you guys aren't the prettiest ones, because you guys are really the only ones that have ever talked to me much, or that I've ever really spent any amount of time talking to. Mostly just you, Alex.
Well,
The other ones are always busy. They've got their ladies with them and stuff.
oof, that is a thing.
They're
known to frequent the smoking section.
Me too.
That's where you'll typically find them.
But
Sound check,
so
run outside.
That's how it goes. So you guys, Isabella, you drove a ways to come up here with me today. You guys are from Cape Girardeau.
All the way.
So how many hours of a drive is that?
Depending on which exit you leave from, you're talking 2 hours. 2 hours, I mean, if you got an hour and a half if you got light traffic. But we make this trip up here all the time because this is where all the action's at. This is where all the fun people are. So
This is where you play a lot. Well, I mean, you play down there too.
absolutely.
Right.
And we have a lot of fun in Cape, but definitely having the difference between a St. Louis show and a Cape show is huge.
I would
Just
imagine.
in the whole way everything's run down where we're from, it's all very small knit. Everybody knows everybody in terms of who's booking who and where it's all at. But
Very cool. So, yeah, I mean, and getting to that real quick, I want to get out of the way. So we are here with Tim and Alex, but we're missing 3. We're missing 2 guitarists and a bassist. So, hi, Jake, Randy, and Colt, that we're not able to make it up today. Let's give them a shout out.
they were not. Colt is riding a Harley somewhere in the rain, I'm sure.
That's okay. Yeah, to each their own. But, you guys are adults. You have responsibilities and stuff. And that's actually a nice little seg into what I was going to say. So you guys have been a band for a minute.
It's been a while.
So it's
years
I
ago?
know I have a shirt, and that's how I knew you guys were a band in 2008, because it says established 2008 on the shirt.
The first shirts we ever ordered in 2008, the very first round, came in without the middle letters of the E. So all of them said Isabella on them.
Interesting.
So all of the very first Isabella shirts don't have the right name on them at all.
Oh wow. So there's like a collector's item now, though.
Very much so. There were 50 of those bad boys made.
Very nice. Very nice. So you guys started in 2008. Are you all from Cape, or did you guys move down there for college? I know it's a college town, born and raised. Like, how did that?
Me and Colt are from Perryville, which is about an hour south of St. Louis here, and then we both moved down for school. Ended up staying. So
It's not a bad town. I've been down there a couple times. Had a couple friends that went to school down there.
Sure.
So
They shot that Gone Girl movie down there.
yeah, that was a thing.
They made it look like a very murderous town. Because that's how the whole movie is set up to look.
South Side.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just saying, but no. So you guys were a band, 2008. I know you have you've done some things. You played Ernie Ball. You won Ernie Ball Battle of Bands Warped Tour a couple years ago, right?
That was in 2013.
And then before that,
We were on the Point Fest.
Battle for Point Fest.
We were on the Battle for Point Fest in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
And then we won that contest that year and got to open the front stage at 10 o'clock in the morning in the pouring rain.
That sounds like a blast.
It was a ton of work.
I mean, did you get electrocuted?
We did not, unfortunately.
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 Unfortunately. Well, I mean, I'm glad you didn't get electrocuted, because I never would have met you. I had never heard of you.
Sure.
I had never heard of you. Actually, the first time I saw you, and I do this every show, was at your Session 2 finals for Road to Point Fest this past February. That night, I had Apollo's daughter in here on my show. So I was doing an interview, and we were all heading over to Pops afterwards. I was going to support City of Parks because I was friends with them.
Sure.
And, I wanted to check out the rest of the bands, too. But
shout
I
out
had
to
asked...
Lacey real quick.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love their stuff.
Yeah, they're
All
amazing, and I'm excited for the new stuff that might be coming soon. But Lacey, speaking of shout out, I had asked her, because I know Lacey, we go to school together here, what band she wanted, because I occasionally, if they don't have an upcoming show to promote or anything, I'll ask a band if they have any friends or other local bands they want to play songs for or promote some of their stuff, and that's how I found out about you. Lacey told me, yeah, dude, Isabella, they're really good, and she sent me In Game, which I actually announced it by its what was the working title for it before that? It wasn't In Game.
I'm not sure. I'm not gonna remember this one.
I have it, like, it's still saved on my laptop at home under that.
The final files that came back from Chris Crummett for the new CD all come back with the working titles and not the real titles in them.
Nice. But yeah, so that's how I found out about you. It's like I heard you for the first time that week when she sent me over the file to so I could check that it was FCC clean and everything to play. And then I was like, okay, well, they aren't bad. I'll go check them out at Pops. And that particular song especially is a little heavier than my taste, but there's so much energy. It's so much fun.
Sure.
And
now that February show was I think that was the show we shot the in-game video for. And that was our friend Kevin from Visionary Media that came in. We met him for the first time that evening. And that was the very first project we had worked on together with him. And it turned out fantastic. We couldn't have been happier with what Kevin pulled off at that show. But that's what you mentioned. That's the first show. That was a heck of a first show to be at, because there were definitely many a worse one that you could have been to.
No, and that was great. And I actually I had a friend that had been talking you up for years prior that I never paid attention. My buddy Chase, that I know that knows you guys from when he lived in Cape and went to college down there. Chase Goodyear.
Sure.
He had been saying, "Oh, you gotta check out Isabella." I'm like, I wasn't involved in music, and I was like, I don't care. And it's like. And I'd go back and be like, dude, you were right. And if you know Chase at all, going to Chase and being like, dude, you were right, is just horrible.
Not something you want to do.
No, man, because he'll rub it in your face forever. But that's okay. So, yeah, but what did you guys do? Like, I mean, how'd you form? How'd you all meet? Just at college? Or did you have, like, some crazy Craigslist ad? Everybody's got a story of how their band forms.
I mean, from my perspective, I've been playing music since about '05 in the Farmington and St. Louis scene, because I went to school up at Mac. And then I went to school at the university, and right before that, these guys needed a singer. They were about to record an album, so it just fell into place. The band I was with was dissolving, so
right place, right time?
Yeah, what time? When was that? Like,
I guess that would have been winter of '09.
Right.
So we'd been around about a year in the first establishment of it. And then about a year later was when Tim got on board. And then we went to Cleveland within the first probably 2 months of Tim being involved. And that was when we did the first 4 song, which was in 2009.
Right. And you have a whole, other album that I just recently found out about.
The new one is this will be the 4th installment of this.
Right.
So there are 3 total. There was 2009 is the self-titled EP, which has the Sunday on Sunday song, which was the big one at the time. And then 2010, we did the Dress to Kill record, which has Cleveland and Dignity both on it, which are both on the point. And then in 2013, we went to Atlanta and we recorded the Obstacles record.
See, and that's the only one I even knew about. The rest of this is news to me. So
Sure.
I'm going to dig and find it now.
And the Obstacles record, and Tim, you could tell me if I'm wrong, but I think the Obstacles record is for sure the heaviest one. In comparison to the other, and especially after hearing all 4, it is definitely the heaviest record of all 3.
Very fair. Very fair. Well, without further ado, we do have to break because we have this whole thing with the cameras. We can only do it for like 8 minutes. And speaking of, you guys are getting ready to release a new record, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. But I'm going to go ahead and play the title track because, it really is my favorite track on the whole record. I guess I'm special that I was able to hear the whole thing. It was just for radio, though. But it's a great song. It's a great record. And this is a fantastic song. So you wanna introduce it, Wanya? You wanna say what it's called and title track?
This is the title track to the new record, Nice Knives, coming out October 22nd. You can pre-order it at weareisabella.com.
We'll talk about that more in a minute. So yeah, Nice Knives, Isabella. Be back in a minute.